Yeah, a very good evening to everyone. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to Super 70 Series 2, Day 6. I am your host, Samima. Today's session is a little special because it's our Sunday English session. As part of Super 70 Series 2, the first 5 Sundays are dedicated to English presentation. This initiative provides our participants with an excellent opportunity to enhance their readings, public speaking, and communication skills while sharing valuable insights from inspiring books. Before we begin today's session, I would like to share a beautiful quote. Books don't change the world, people do. But books change people. I believe this quote perfectly reflects the purpose of Super 70 Series 2. This is not just a book review program, it's a journey of 70 days, 70 participants, and 70 inspiring books. Every book opens a new way of thinking. Every presenter shares valuable learning, and every session inspires us to become better readings, better communicators, and lifelong learners. So let's begin today's session with enthusiasm, curiosity, and a passion for learning. It's now my privilege to introduce today's presenter. Our day 6 presenter is Dr. Mohammed Waseem Bari. He is an assistant professor at the New College, Chennai. He is a passionate educationalist, a multiple degree professional, life skill trainer, and well known motivational speaker. Through his teaching and training programs, he has inspired many students and young professionals to develop knowledge, confidence, and essential life skills. Today, he will be presenting the internationally acclaimed book Games People Play. I hope today's presentation will be insightful, engaging, and filled with practical learning. Kindly join me in welcoming Dr. Mohammed Wasim Bari with a big virtual round of applause. Sir, the virtual stage is yours. Over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the name of Almighty, most gracious, most merciful, respected Director of National Institute of Psychology and Research, our mentor, Dr. Hussein Basha sir, who has been an inspiring to all of us in arranging and organizing this Super 70 Series 2. I'm very happy to be associated in this 70-day series for the second time. My gratitude to the coordinators, Ms. Shamima and Ms. Shiny, for their beautiful contribution for the Super 70 Series 2, and also for the other presenters who have been keen interest in delivering their mindful thoughts in this Series 2. Today, I'm here to engage the topic Games People Play, written by Dr. Erick Berne. Uh, I have taken a crisp on the importance of transaction analysis in every human being's life. So, my dear presenters, my dear participants, let us know what is transaction in everyday life. As a human being, we all are doing transaction. A child does a transaction, an adult does a transaction, a old man does a transaction, a vendor does a transaction, a teacher does a transaction. So we can see different type of people at different type of occasion does transaction. So in this brief occasion, I would like to put light on four important key factors. The first one may be what is a transaction, developed by Dr. Erick Berne, how he has broadly explained how a transaction occurs in every human being's life. The second important factor, what I would like to put light is the ego states that occurs in every human being. And the third important factor, what I would like to put light is the stroke. How does a stroke occur in every human being? And the fourth important factor, what I would like to put light here is the life positioning or the life script, how a human being should develop in their life journey. So, Dr. Erick Berne, very broadly in the book Games People Play, has defined transaction is more important in every human being. A transaction may not be supposed to be optional. A transaction is vital, a transaction is necessary, a transaction occurs without knowing or knowing from an individual. Now, I am doing here a transaction with all of you. it is in terms of a presentation. So this is one transaction being given here. And before to me, the coordinator has given a good introduction about me. This is a transaction what she has given about myself to the audience and to the other people. So these are all the transactions. From transaction, Dr. Erick Berne clearly defines people can be able to find their self-interest, people can be able to find their self-growth, and people can be able to find their self-development in life. This is the key highlight what Dr. Erick Berne has clearly highlighted in the book games people play. So transaction we cannot deny. Transaction we cannot say it may be optional. It may be taken into consideration. Transaction at any cost we are doing with our known people. Sometimes we are doing with strangers also. So this is also a kind of transaction what we come across in every stages of life development. So here the stages of life development goes for four development stages for every human being. The first stage starts from the birth, that is from 0 years to 12 years of age. This transaction is called as the child development stage. Here also every child has a transaction with the family members. The child has a transaction with the blood relationship. The child has a transaction with the close relatives. So this is what Dr. Erick Berne has clearly defined. This is the childhood development stage. So here the transaction goes on within that particular individual, within that particular human being. The second important development, what goes on to the transaction is, it is called as the adolescent state. So it starts from the 13 years of age to 19 years of age. There also this transaction comes in every human being life. So here Dr. Erick Berne clearly says around the age of 7 or 8, every human being likes or creates their own life script pattern within their mind. So this is the key core understanding we have to understand. By the age of 7 or maximum by 8, every child creates a kind of life pattern or life positioning what he or she wish to be in the growth of the life development state. So here the transaction grows a step ahead. The transaction goes a step beyond. A transaction goes a step to the next level of the life script. So this is more important. This is called as adolescent age. So here also the transaction goes on not only with the blood relation, not only with the close relatives. Here the transaction goes something the diameter out of the diameter. Here the transaction goes to the outside world also. They used to mingle with the outside world, that is strangers, this new people, new relationship, new type of conversation, new type of business, new type of studies. All those things comes into consideration. So this is the second development state what Dr. Erick Berne has clearly elaborately mentioned in the book games people play. So this comes in the adolescent state, which starts from the age of 13 to 19. The third development state what comes in every human life, it is the adult state. It starts from the age of 20 and it goes to till the age of 59. So this is a very wide span and this is a very broad span around for 35 to 40 years. So this is also one of the core part of every human beings, this transaction what occurs. Here comes many stages, here comes many different factors. So Dr. Erick Berne has clearly explained every moment what happens within an individual in his lifespan is a transaction. So transaction at any cost cannot be omitted. Transaction at any cost cannot be neglected. Transaction at any cost cannot be avoided. So in every span of life growth, transaction comes into consideration, and an individual has to face the transaction with the beautiful life stroke and the different types of states what he or she is going to the life development stages. So this is an elaborate state from the age of 20 to the age of 59. So this is called as the adult state. And the next state what comes to consideration, we may call it as a old age, or psychologically we might call it as a geriatric state. So here it goes from the age of 60 to the lifelong or till the last breath of the human being life. So this is also one of the transaction what comes in the time period, what comes in that age, what comes in that scenario. All these are given as a transaction in one's human life. So this is what briefly I have given from the book games people play, authored by Dr. Erick Berne. So it is a very lengthy topic, but crisp I have given here. So what is transaction? It consists of four important stages of development, that is 0 to 12 years of age, childhood, then 13 to 19 years of age, adolescent stage, and then 20 to 59 years of age, it is the adult state, and finally 60 years to lifelong or till the last breath of the life, it is the geriatric state. So here we have to go for the next state, that is what is ego states. How a person goes for the different types of states through the ego. So ego state is given in three sub-classifications. They are supposed to be parent ego state, then adult ego state, and then child ego state. So every individual has these types of states within his activity, within his character, within his relationship. So when he goes for the behavior, when he goes for the activity, when he goes for the relationship, there are different types of forms of relationship. It may be verbal communication, it may be non-verbal communication, it may be different types of written communication, or it may be different types of the five senses, such as visual, seeing, auditory, hearing, kinesthetic, touch, and then olfactory, taste, and then gustatory, that is a smell. All these are with the help of the states. The individual, that particular person, that particular human being goes for the states, how he interact with the other people in the society. So here comes four different aspects and changes. They are supposed to be the physical development chain or the physical development aspect. Next comes the emotional development aspect. So this is one of the important chain that occurs with the relationship or with the states, how he behaves with the other people. And third comes the societal aspect, that is how the changes comes from the society to himself or herself. And finally it comes through the cognitive development aspect, how the thinking ability of that particular individual goes into these kinds of states. So when we come to these three types of states, that is parent state and the adult state and the ego state. So the parent state, so in short, we can easily understand it comes from the authoritative, that is the heredity of the parent's character or the parent's gene directly inherits to the child. So this is supposed to be all the time the child is accepting, even when he comes to the adult state. So he is not taking the importance of the adult maturity, adult mature state. He accepts or he obeys what is advised or what is ordered or what is commanded by the parent. For instance, easy example, don't give money after 6 p.m. may be a rule of the parent, but here the child, even after coming to the adult state, so they will implement the same thing in their life term, that I should not give money, I should not help people after evening 6 p.m. This is one type of state what even people apply by taking into consideration from the parents. This is one example what I have taken here. We can take plenty of examples. Then child ego state. So child ego state, so here he acts something ulterior. So it is not connected to the situation, it is not connected to the scenario. So he might think every month when I get salary, or every business when I get a success, I should buy some new clothes, I should go for a different type of a party, I should go for a different type of gathering. So this is what the ulterior, the child state, what occurs in an individual. So these are all we are experiencing in our day-to-day life. So people are rotating either in the parent state, or sometimes the ego state, or sometimes the adult state. So Dr. Erick Berne clearly explains here. So in the adult state, it goes for being in the present and matured. So this is what Dr. Erick Berne highlights very clearly and very in a very understanding way. So an individual should be into consideration of how to be in the adult state. So when we compare these three states, parent state, when child state, and adult state, so adult state is supposed to be the mature state. Adult state clearly says be in the present and do things wonderfully and in a very beautiful way. So you first be in the present situation, you first be into the into the real scenario, then you can be able to see the wonders, you can be able to see the developments, you can be able to see the different types of growth what occurs. That is, Dr. Erick Berne has clearly said, first be in the present, then mature. So ultimately you can do after some time wonders and beautiful developments and beautiful creations. All those things are supposed to be in the adult state. So this is what the importance of parent state, then child state, and adult state. So next I would like to give here the stroke. So what is a stroke here? So stroke here is an appreciation. Stroke here is a unit. Stroke here is a different type of recognition. So in stroke, people always think they should have a stroke in their lifespan. They should always have a stroke in their day-to-day activity, or some assignments, or some projects, or some the powers what they can take into consideration. So in stroke, it is again subdivided into stroke hunger. So what is stroke hunger? It is again subclassified into three different types of aspects. The first one is supposed to be, it is a stimulus hunger, that is with the help of the touch, with the help of the hug, with the help of a kiss. All these are supposed to be a stimulus that occurs in an individual, so they find happy with the stroke hunger if someone gives an appreciation with the help of this touch, or with the help of a hug, or with the help of some a kiss. So they feel highly motivated, they feel highly happy, they feel highly enthusiastic. All those things comes into consideration with this help of this stimulus. So stimulus always gives a kind of a thirst. Stimulus always gives a kind of a feeling that something should happen in me with a physical appreciation. So this is what a stimulus hunger occurs in an individual. So this is what the stroke hunger first consideration. Second important consideration in the stroke hunger, it is recognition. So some people may be having more the eagerness to get appreciations, more eagerness, more thirst to get some sort of rewards, or some sort of appreciations, recognitions. So something happen in their life development. For instance, if they win in a match, so they want some appreciations from the family. If the child gets succeed in a entrance test, so he expects some sort of rewards from the family, or from the well-wishers, like so on. So this recognition boosts them. This recognition makes them to the highest level. This recognition makes them to be to the next development state. So this is one of the stroke hungers, what Dr. Erick Berne has clearly said. This also is a kind of a thirst in an individual through this stroke hunger. The third important stroke hunger, it is supposed to be structure. That is, an individual may have the patience. A person may have the capability that if I come across with some sort of ability, I will surely do this type of recognition. I will surely do this type of this activity that is called structured one. So this is also a kind of matured recognition. So they will say, I will perform this kind of thing once I complete this task. I will do this type of, I will give a treat once I get a promotion in my job, or I will go to any promotion, or I will go to a next level of my business level. So I will surely do this. So this is called a structured one. So this is also one of the stroke hungers, what Dr. Erick Berne has clearly described in the book Games People Play. So strokes are very important. So without stroke, no one of us goes for a kind of next level. So strokes makes an individual a kind of satisfaction. Strokes make an individual a kind of happiness. So here Dr. Erick Berne also says a stroke can be positive stroke also, a stroke can be negative stroke also. So it is better to accept even a negative stroke when there is no stroke at all. So being silent, not giving a stroke, sometimes it makes an individual more in a difficult situation, whether to do this, whether to not to do this, whether to accept, whether not to accept. So a stroke can be a positive stroke also, a stroke can be a negative stroke also. So in this, Dr. Erick Berne again says, so this comes into for doing and for being. So there comes again a classification: positive conditional stroke for doing some activity, positive unconditional stroke for being for that particular boy, for that particular girl, for that particular male, for that particular female. So this is what unconditional comes automatically from the other end. So this is what Dr. Erick Berne says. It may be a positive conditional stroke also, or it may be a positive unconditional stroke also. Sometimes a stroke can also be negative. So human beings should have the ability, human beings should have the capacity to accept, to digest the negative stroke also. It is not only the positive one. An individual should have the strength that he, at times when negative stroke comes on him, he should take into a lesson, he should take into a moral from that. So Dr. Erick Berne says, so negative stroke also consists of for the doing and for the being. So it also comes in two classifications: negative conditional stroke, and that is a negative conditional stroke, and unconditional negative conditional negative stroke and unconditional negative stroke. So negative conditional stroke comes for the doing. So you have this wrong, you have wasted, you have lost, you have done in such a drastic way. So all these comes into negative way. So when negative conditional comes, the individual should have the capability to accept that makes him to grow for the next level. This is clearly mentioned in the games people play. This book, authored by Dr. Erick Berne. And the fourth important is unconditional negative stroke. So unconditional, this is for the person, you all are like this. This team is not suitable for this. So it is giving for the entire team a negative remark. So this is also and is a kind of stroke, but in an unconditional way. There is no any diameter, there is no any parameter, there is no any measurement to the whole it is given. So this is unconditional. So this is also to be accepted. So this is given in these terms, that is warm bristles and cold prickles. So this is what the key terms given in psychological aspects. That is, so warm prickles is for the positive strokes, and cold because is for the negative strokes. So a person should always have the strength, a person should always have the ability, a person should always have the mindset to accept either the positive also, either to negatively also, because giving no stroke sometimes make a person to be dry. So it is better to accept either the positive stroke or to accept a negative stroke, or we can give a positive stroke to others, or we can give a negative stroke to others. So this is what the concept of stroke given by Dr. Erick Berne. So the second, what I have described here is the importance of the stroke. The third one, what I would like to highlight here is the life pattern. So life pattern, it is for my life, Dr. Erick Berne says, I am the producer. For my life, it is I am the director. For my life, it is I have to write the life script. It is not that my ancestors will write the script for me. So what he said, during the age or maximum at the age of 7 to 8, the child determines what he or she wants to be in the future course of action in the life term. So for every individual, they are supposed to be the life scripts directors, they are supposed to be the life script producers, they are supposed to be the life script heroes, they are supposed to be life script stars of their own destiny. It is not that they can't put the pressures on the family, they can't put the blame on the society, they can't put the negative remarks on someone else. So it is like I am supposed to be giving the importance for my life pattern, my life positioning. So this Dr. Erick Berne has given in a quadrant. So people think in this way, that is first type of people are like this, I am not best, only others are best. They have a low esteem, they have a low confidence, they have a low moral. So they think that I am not capable, I am not be able to finish, I am not be able to achieve the target, I am not be able to present, I am not able to cope up. So this is what the first quadrant of people, they have the inferiority, I am not best, others are best. So this makes them to be in the negative quadrant. Second type of people are there. So they think that I am best, others are not best. This is entirely the vice versa of the first quadrant. So they always have the dominant role. They always have this ego state that I am only the best, I am only the perfection, I am only doing the perfection, I am only doing the to the level best, I am only capable of attaining this kind of epitome. So this kind of people always have the dominant role. So this is, they have over self-confidence, they have over self-esteem. So this is entirely the opposite of this first quadrant. So the third quadrant, what Dr. Erick Berne says, so some people think in this way, I am also not to the best, others are also not to the best. So they think everyone is diluted, everyone is dry. So this is also one of the signs in the ego states. And the fourth type of quadrant, what Dr. Erick Berne clearly and highlights is, some people are there in the world, in the society, in the family, that they think, they consider, they have the that confident that I am also the best, others are also the best. So these type of people think in a matured way. These type of people think in a very polite way. These type of people think in a very applicable way. And at times it happens that everyone in the family, everyone in the business venture, everyone within the society, everyone within a group, all grows towards a good solution, all grows towards a good target, all grows towards a good acceptance. So this is the fourth quadrant. What Dr. Erick Berne says is, this is the life positioning. So of the four quadrants, the fourth quadrant, what some people think is they are also best, others are also best, they can also shine, others can also shine, they can also achieve, others can also achieve, they can also have the power, others can also have power. They are neither into the self-esteem category, they are not into the more esteemed category, overconfidence category. They are maintaining the adult ego thinking power ability. So these type of people succeed in life. These type of people always have the credibility in life. These type of people always have the value in life. These type of people always have the essence of being accepted by the people in life. So this is what Dr. Erick Berne has given the name games people play. So people play the games in their lifespan, right from the birth to the till the end of the last breath of their life. They are sometime into this ego states. They are sometime into the stroke. So sometimes they come into the positive stroke. Sometimes they come into the negative stroke. Sometimes they feel incapable. Sometimes they feel more capable. So Dr. Erick Berne says, so please try to adhere. You are the hero of your life script. You are the star of your life script. You are the director of your life script. You are the producer of your life script. You are the winner of your life. This is what he concludes. You are the winner of your life script. So how this win will come? This win will come when you have the quadrant, when you accept the quadrant that I am also best. Others are also best. I can also win. Others can also win. Ultimately, everyone wins here. So this is what the conclusion Dr. Erick Berne says. Of course, this is a very lengthy a chapter and a very lengthy topic, but I have given only a crisp of this in a nutshell. So I hope this small presentation would have been understandable to every audience who is in this session. I would be happy to know the feedback from the audience, and I thank the organizers for having given me this opportunity in the first English presentation. They have given me that highest level that I can be able to show some justice to the topic what I have chosen here. So I once again thank the organizers for having organized this great series. So last year also this series has been into action. So Dr. Hussain Basha sir has into the row consecutively for the second time also. He has arranged this series. A very my special gratitude to Dr. Hussain Basha sir, and I would like to know the feedback from the audience at this juncture. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That was truly an engaging and insightful presentation. As the book reminds us, behind every conversation is a transaction. Understanding it helps us understand people, think like an adult, care like a parent, and enjoy life like a free child. The greatest game we can win is learning to communicate with honesty and understanding. Thank you once again, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge and experience with all of us. Let's appreciate our presenter with another big virtual round of applause. Now let's open the floor for our feedback session. If anyone has a question or would like to share your biggest takeaway from today's presentation, please feel free to unmute yourself. Kindly raise your hand. You may also share your thoughts in chat box. If anyone have a question, okay, kindly share your feedbacks through Tamil. Tamil also welcome. So if you want to share your feedbacks in Tamil, also welcome. Kindly raise your hands. Yeah. Apau sir, can I admit? Rida, kindly unmute and share your feedbacks. Rida sister, kindly unmute yourself and share your feedback. Okay, share your feedbacks in chat box. Yeah. Thank you everyone for your valuable feedback and active participation. So as we come to end of today's session, I would like to thank our presenter for sharing such valuable insights and thank each and everyone for being part of today's learning journey. Your presence, participation, and encouragement make Super 70 Series 2 a meaningful and successful learning platform. We look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow with another inspiring book review. Until then, keep reading, keep learning, keep sharing. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you, madam.